We're getting down to it here at the Kentucky Speedway. 225 of 267 laps complete. Kyle Busch has been great all night long. He's second right now, but the new point leader in front of Kevin Harvick and Carl Edwards, and the man everyone chasing in the race, Brad Keselowski, who has a 1.8-second advantage over the aforementioned Kyle Busch. Now we go through the field, presented by McDonald's. Marty Snyder gets us going.
You know, Adam, when I was talking to Kurt Busch the other day, he said, you know, full credit goes for this swing and where Penske Racing has gone to this man, Brad Keselowski. He said the setups we're running are setups that this team found. Brad said he was thrilled with the way this car took off. And as you mentioned, they're way shorter on fuel than everybody else. They have to pit in about 20 laps. That's about 15 laps before other guys will have to pit. Behind him, Kyle Busch mowing through the field. They're about 14 laps short on fuel, and he's trying for his 99th NASCAR win tonight.
Reaching mid-July, and Jimmy Johnson chasing his season's second win. Johnson said the car, if anything, could roll a little bit better to the center of the corner, but he's pretty pleased. The biggest change they made was on the previous pit stop. Chad Knaus called an audible and changed the front changers. Went to the bullpen, brought in Colin Fambrough. Chris?
Well, Matt Kenseth has been complaining most of the evening that the car is still tight when he's behind other cars in traffic. Jimmy Finning has been trying to free that car up by raising the track bar, but Jimmy Finning is more worried about this next pit stop, saying that the 17 a bit more thirsty than the cars in front. They're going to have to take more fuel. Matt?
Tony Stewart running in the 5th position, slightly different scenario than the other contenders. His team, they're getting up on the wall, closing in on when they may hit pit road. Darian Grubb working on just how much fuel they're going to have to take when they hit pit road. Meanwhile, the double deuce of Kurt Busch running in 6th. He says pretty much he's in a four-wheel drift right now. A usual trend, he says, it seems like in the night races this year. Just trying to get a handle, talking about what significant adjustments to make, Ralph, on their next stop.
Matt, no conversation about adjustments here with the 42. In fact, they really haven't been making many all night long. This has been a very good car for Juan Pablo Montoya. He's raced it a handful of times already this year, got a 3rd with it at Vegas. They're getting ready to make that final pit stop here real soon, Chris.
Well, David Ruman running around the top 10 most of the night. He's loose in and tight off. Last stop, they added a spring rubber to the right rear on that car. Bigger concern is they're losing too many positions on pit lane. Matt?
And the 39 of Ryan Newman. What a recovery by this team. When you look back to when the chase starts, if they're in it, this could be the event that really was key for this team. Right now runs in 9th, talking about what adjustments they want to make, but if anything, the car has been both tight and free, but especially free on entry into turn 3. And looking at David Reagan, last week's winner at Daytona. He just moved up to the 9th position. No adjustments on the last stop. And guys, he's calling for that on their next stop.
And speaking of the next stop, it's right now for Tony Stewart. Lap 233 when he comes in under green for what you would think is the final stop of the night.
He's up on your line, bud. Hit the car. Take, 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 take. 3, 2, 1. All the way to 42. Tick. Mark. 3800 past the cone. Below the line on the back.
Brad Keselowski last came to pit road at lap 186. It won't be long before he has to make a stop, Larry.
Yeah, what I'm going to see here with Tony Stewart, he's definitely going to get advantage of those 4 fresh tires. But I think some of the drivers that will pit late in the game here, I think because they don't have to wait on fuel, you'll probably see a lot of them just go with right sides only.
You better hope they don't get a late caution, because then those tires are going to make a big difference on what you take in this pit stop.
Oh, yeah, but as we've well documented, and I think we've seen, these tires do not give up that much, and we know how important being out front in clean areas.
Kevin Harvick, the point leader coming in, is on pit road. And as Harvick exits, here comes Jimmy Johnson.
Nice and smooth here, guys.
Brad Keselowski has an advantage of 9/10 of a second over Kyle Busch, who is in the runner-up spot. Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch, and Juan Pablo Montoya, the top 5 right now.
Yeah, Kyle's eating up that lead on Keselowski. And Kyle, again, I believe his car is very, very good towards the end of the runs. And you can see that right now. He's knocked about a second off that lead.
Well, you really would hate it to come down to anybody but these two, because Kyle's led 114 laps. Brad has led 77. I think there's little doubt they have been the 2 dominant ones here tonight. And you could throw Kurt Busch's name in that hat as well, although his domination came very early. You and I watching the stopwatch right there, you could see him gaining on the track. Kyle Busch on Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, and also he caught that car probably in the not the greatest place. Yeah. He didn't be, you know, he wasn't able to flow up to the wall, and that right there probably cost him, Kyle, 2 or 3/10 of a second just passing that car off of turn 4.
Yeah, when you have cars that are this equal, and these 2 cars appear to be fairly equal, then it's all timing. It's whether you catch a car going in the corner, whether you catch a car going out, whether he goes high and you go low, and as we see the 18 pit, whether you can run your groove or not.
Lap 239 for Kyle Busch, who was second on track. This will be his final turn down pit road this evening.
Slap a 1-inch piece of tape on the nose. Okay, heavy duty, 1-inch piece of tape.
Looking for some front downforce is why they're doing that.
8 ahead, 10 away.
And he must be comfortable with his temperatures.
4, 3, 2.
As Kyle leaves, here comes the race leader, Brad Keselowski, giving up the top spot at lap 240.
Red all the way down here, 10 away.
Matt Kenseth was in the top 5. He has made his pit stop.
Go on me, nice and easy. Feel straight, hold the brakes, right there, right there.
This is where you got to make sure you get the fuel in you need.
Yeah,
and not show yourself.
And see, the 2 car had to hesitate when he left, which is going to cost him a little bit on the racetrack because the 99 was coming in.
I'm wondering if the 18 got it all, because they had a really fast stop.
The advantage for Brad Keselowski when those 2 pitted, 9/10 of a second over second place Kyle Busch. Carl Edwards has made his pit stop under green. Kurt Busch now shown as the race leader with 26 to go. But he and a number of other drivers still have to make a stop. In fact, all the drivers running in the top 10 right now have not been to pit road to make their final stop of the night. It's Montoya running second behind Kurt Busch. David Ruderman third, David Reagan fourth, and Ryan Newman completes the top 5. But they all have to make a pit stop. 25 to go, and it's getting interesting at Kentucky. "20 laps to go in the inaugural event here at the Kentucky Speedway for the Sprint Cup Series. Kurt Busch is the race leader. The top 8 cars on track still have to make a pit stop. And then things will cycle through to Kyle Busch. You see Kyle right behind Kurt here, but he is 1 lap down because he has already made his green flag stop.
But what you notice here, Kyle Busch is in front of the 2 car. And he went in a second back of Keselowski. When things all circulated through, he had 3 seconds on Keselowski. And I think a lot of this got to do with Busch was getting fuel mileage, Keselowski wasn't. He had to take more fuel than Kyle did. That 2 seconds was huge on a green flag pit stop.
And Kyle, we talked earlier, the 18's got a great race car. They've been good on pit road, and their fuel mileage has been great, which could very well be the difference in this race.
Yeah, they've been the total package all night. There's been guys that have been fast, and there's been guys that have been, you know, off and on, that's gone to the front. And a lot of guys that have recovered from what they did. Man, he come up off pit road hard and was on the brake. But those guys have been the total package in the sun and at night. They've had it all going all day.
Final pit stop for Kurt Busch.
3, 2, 1. Go straight right here. Go, 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 go. Clear all the way up, 4250.
Jeff Gordon making his final stop as Kurt Busch makes his exit.
All the way, all the way, all the way, all the way.
David Reagan, Ryan Newman running second and third here. They come to pit road, and Martin Truex Jr. in the top 5 comes right behind him.
Even. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go, 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 go. To the green.
These are all the cars that were running in the top 10 that had yet to make their final pit stop. Dale Jr. was running 8th, and here he comes.
4, 3, 2, 1. All right, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Go, 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 go.
Denny Hamlin was running second, but now he comes to make his final stop of the night at lap 253.
10 away. 5, 4, 3. Clear out, all clear.
Big time trouble for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Left front tire.
Left side, guys. Left side, left side, left side.
Just came off of pit lane.
And we get the caution.
Yeah.
Our 5th of the night, and boy, does this make things interesting. David Rudeman had yet to make his green flag pit stop.
But they just changed right sides probably on that pit stop. So he probably picked something up coming in or out of the pits.
Yes.
So you see Dale Jr. pitting here to repair the damage.
And let's watch.
Here's when he came in under green.
Gas only, ready, jump in here.
Gas only.
Leave on me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Go, 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 go.
And
4200, 4200.
when you're on old tires, and if you don't change the tires, the danger is picking up something right here. This is where all the garbage and the dirt and
29 to 43 coming
pistons off of Jamie McMurray's engine are laying down here.
And it was just a gas and go. He leaves pit road, he runs on the apron, and instantly it comes apart.
Yeah.
So it went flat from the time he left pit road or left his pit stall there.
Juan Pablo Montoya, the first car 1 lap down. He receives the free pass. He was running in the 7th position. So we'll have 7 cars on the lead lap. David Rudeman had not pitted. He last came at 2:04. How about the last 4 weeks for Dale Earnhardt Jr.? Running so good, those runner-up finishes, and now this. 21st at Michigan, 41st at Infineon, 19th at Daytona.
We're going to have, what, about 20 wave rounds?
From David Reagan on back in 8th.